find real information. The State Department has been helpful. They've been providing alerts.
No, that's Louise Hurley, stuck in Dubai. And just before she went on Fox,
I found out that our flight tonight has also been canceled. So we're, kind of back to square one. Not sure when we're going to be getting out.
This as Iran keeps targeting U.S. facilities in the region. And a short time ago on state TV, Iran's Revolutionary Guard threatened the complete destruction of the region's military and economic infrastructure. Iran and Hezbollah just launched more rockets and missiles into Israel. And then
Turkey's Ministry of Defense says that an Iranian ballistic missile was launched toward their country, and it was shot down by NATO air defense systems.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv.
This comes as the Israelis are going after more of those launching positions inside of Iran. Strikes against the Iranian capital of Tehran.
So that we'll get an update from War Secretary Pete Hegseth any minute now from the Pentagon. The U.S. has hit nearly 2,000 targets in Iran so far. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, tells Fox Business this remains the goal.
Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. They can't have the ballistic missiles to hold the entire region
But
hostage.
Democrats, unsatisfied with briefings, are considering a war powers resolution this week in Congress, trying to limit U.S. action.
Donald Trump has unconstitutionally and illegally chosen to launch a war.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, a congressman's been voted out in Texas. Dan Crenshaw's re-election bid ends with a primary loss to a Republican challenger in the race for a Texas Senate seat.
James Tallarico defeated Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett in that hotly contested primary. We don't know yet what Republican Tallarico is going to face. The Republican race there is going to come down to a runoff in May between Senator John Cornyn and State Attorney General Ken Paxton.
That's Doug Luzader. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
We mentioned Texas. There were also primaries in two other states. In Arkansas, Senator Tom Cotton won easily and found out his Democratic challenger, Hallie Schaffner. Another Senate seat's up for grabs in North Carolina.
The expected Republican and Democratic winners in North Carolina won and avoided runoffs in this open Senate seat. Incumbent Republican Tom Tillis has opted not to run again. Former RNC Chair Michael Whatley, endorsed by President Trump, thanked his supporters last night and criticized the Democratic primary winner, former Governor Roy Cooper.
For 8 years, Roy Cooper had a choice: stand with law-abiding families or give in to the radical left. And for 8 years, Roy Cooper sided with the radical left.
Cooper said Whatley
is an out-of-touch D.C. insider and big oil lobbyist who's only looking out for himself and his well-connected friends in Washington.
Democrats need to flip 4 seats in November to win a Senate majority. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
There's an empty cell on Florida's death row. Billy Kearse was executed last night for murdering a police officer in Fort Pierce in 1991. His last words were an apology to Danny Parrish's family, saying there's no way he can ever repay that. And then Kearse was silenced by a lethal injection. A man in the U.S. illegally is now in prison.
Federal prosecutors say Jose Melgar Rivas was stopped by ICE officers in Oklahoma City last July. Agents say Melgar Rivas refused commands to exit his vehicle, and there was a struggle. Melgar Rivas drove away, and in the process, an officer got caught in a car door and he was dragged down the road. The agent was eventually able to free himself, but was seriously injured. Melgar Rivas was arrested hours later.
That's Fox's Tom Rigotti. He pleaded guilty, will get 6.5 years in prison, and then he'll be deported. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed as gas prices rise up another 9 cents this morning, putting AAA's national average for regular at $3.19 per gallon. That is up 20 cents in just 2 days. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign County Crime Stoppers looking for tips from the public that could help Muhammad police solve a break-in and burglary attempt a month ago. It happened at the McDonald's on South Purnell Drive. Employees arrived at the restaurant to begin business for the day and discovered the restaurant was broken into. Illinois Liquor Control Commission suspending liquor license for Joe's Brewery in Campustown. It follows compliance action issue Monday. Suspension stems from violations identified during a recent enforcement review. The bar must halt alcohol sales until the commission completes its follow-up process. See You at Home's new facility on Mattis is finally done, and over the weekend, the organization invited people inside to get a first look. See You at Home will be using the space to help unhoused people get on their feet. After a year of planning and construction, more than a dozen people will soon call the building home. It'll house 16 men, 10 women. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, good morning. It's Thursday. This is Thursday. It's Wednesday. You know, I knew a guy that was very successful, and he always gave his employees this day off.
Okay.
He wanted them to March 4th and get it done.
Yes,
So
March 4th.
Every March 4th, he gave them and he had a pretty big office.
I
Gave
love
everybody the day
that.
off. Yeah.
March 4th.
Let's go.
Listeners, March 4th today.
Paid day off.
Yes.
This is why we like having Greg Solier, our meteorologist.
So does that mean on if I get this right, on the 14th, we all get a piece of pie?
Yeah, because that's
Does that work that way?
3.14, right? Pi R.
And then we sharpen up our cutlery on the Ides of March.
Yeah,
there you go.
March 15th. Yeah,
Yikes.
it's a spring.
Yeah.
It's spring ahead on the clocks weekend.
Yeah, that's this weekend. Yeah.
It is.
So I was just enjoying the daylight as I walked in earlier.
You're right.
So we're gonna miss that a little bit, but it'll be back. Anyway,
Did you get have you gotten a sampling of farmer-friendly rain gauges around here from yesterday?
I was about to ask Dirk Rice. I didn't get it done this morning, but no, I'll get that information. I think they all know they're dry, but it's
we made some modest headway in a few locales yesterday
it's
afternoon.
a little puddling here and there. I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, it's Solier is just correct on track him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling
now
you.
the pressure's on.
No, just do what you
Swing
do.
and
Whatever you say generally is right.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding people. I appreciate that.
That's why. If I'd have tracked it and it wasn't right, I wouldn't say anything. I just shut up.
You
just
have
be
every
quiet.
right to. I mean,
yeah, but I'm not going to do it on the air. It's not a public meeting. Come on, man.
All right.
You got it going. You're very good at what you do.
It's not like the inter-office meetings we have on the air.
Yeah,
right?
we always have the schedule public because we don't talk.
That's right.
Anyway, it's great to have meteorologist Greg Solier this morning, being brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, spring break is just around the corner. A lot of people off between March 16th and the 20th. You can come to the pool at the Indoor Aquatic Center. Plus, now's the time to sign up for summer camps or a side job, a side hustle if you like. UrbanaParks.org.
All righty, meteorologist Greg Solier in this Wednesday, March 4th together. Well, it's going to be kind of this way at least through Saturday, it looks like.
Yeah, then we get a little break over the back end of the weekend, maybe into Monday, and then we'll do it all over again. But next week's weather pattern becoming a little more progressive, as in moving, as in colder air is on the move. We are not by any means done with cold air, winter, and snow, which will ultimately get going. Sometimes you get these rain systems, and you get enough cold air on the backside of them, and all of a sudden it starts snowing, not here, but out across the plains and western Corn Belt locales for mid to late next week. But yeah, some cooler to colder days are ahead, and we will get a warm up around here going forward. But in the meantime, a little smattering of rainfall reports here. Let's see, you folks over at Danville, 173 in the gauge there. Willett and Savoy, that's pretty good and representative of here around the Sidney Philo area. 189, I believe it was 275, 289, somewhere in that range. Yeah, 275 at Springfield, Capital Airport there. Lincoln, Illinois, 107. Charleston, Mattoon down to the south of us at 184, and a little south of about South Sullivan. They had 1.5 inches, and flood watches and warnings are now across parts of Indiana, east of the Wabash and down to the Ohio and parts of Kentucky. How's that for going from a drought to a flood? In any event, out the door this morning, we're at 40 now. Willard and Savoy. Later on today, up around 50, so a bit milder. Scattered showers over parts of the area right now, and maybe a couple of thunderstorms by late morning and afternoon. Those beginning to show up once again down south towards the I-70 corridor, not far from about Effingham. Overnight lows for tonight with showers and thunder this evening. A break and back in after midnight. We'll bottom out in the upper 40s, so no real drop tonight. Tomorrow up to around 60. Again, clusters of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. A break coming back in the afternoon. Winds will turn light westerly down tomorrow night to around 50 with some evening rainfall and a little more scattered random nature. More dry hours for the day on Friday. Partly sunny, a bit on the breezy and warmer side. About 74, 75 there. 65 on a cooler Saturday. A couple of showers in the morning. Then some dry time for Saturday afternoon, Sunday. High temperatures in the lower 60s on Sunday. Low to mid 70s Monday and Tuesday. And back into showers and thunderstorms the middle part of next week. For CVD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Greg Solier, our ace meteorologist, giving us good, solid information on our weather.
Yeah, some puddles in the fields for sure on the way to work. So a good dousing in my hometown of Tolono. Lots of thunder and lightning.
Yeah, had that. Our doggies were scared. Been a while since they were. What's that thunder sound?
Exactly.
And then the flash of light, you're supposed to go 1001, 1000. That tells you how many miles away it is.
Yes.
If you get a flash of thunder and then flash of lightning, then the thunder.
That's right.
Tells you how close
How
you are.
many miles away?
Yep. All right. Good night last night. Senior night at the State Farm Center. Brad Underwood doesn't care for these. It's kind of emotional. I can't really predict outcome as far as how the guys are feeling that are leaving. Final game for Kylan Boswell, Ben Humberhouse, and A.J. Red. How about A.J. Red? How about that story? This is a guy that's connected to Larry Geese, as in Geese College of Business, as in Geese Memorial Stadium.
Yes.
Next time, remind me to ask Brad Underwood, if I give $100 million, can I hang around practice?
Okay.
I'm hoping the answer is yes.
Okay.
Because I am close to thinking about that.
Okay.
Andre, what was it like seeing AJ could dominate the last minute of that game, and what was it like to see it?
It was great because we know what he puts into this on a day-to-day basis. Seriousness, the goofiness, what he brings to our team all around. No one can replace that. And we see him play on the scout team, have a big role in what we do every single day, and people don't notice until it's games like this. You see a lot of guys in his position get put in the game, and they don't make the shots that he did because they don't work as hard as him. So it was really nice to see.
AJ, what was the last couple minutes like for you, and how did you feel with the crowd pop, especially from the student section?
Yeah, definitely, a surreal moment for me at the end there. I think it's a perfect way to recap, my career here playing at State Farm. After I took the first one, Coach didn't like that too much.
He did not.
But, just to have the confidence in my teammates to still give me the ball. And I shot the next one with confidence and went in, and it was great to hear the crowd. The Crush especially, who's, they've been supporting me all year long when I get in, at the end of the games, and so I definitely felt the love from them.
Yeah, they were chanting AJ Red, and they got him in the game, and he shot the first one from, 30 feet, and Brad almost took him out. And he went and told Peacock, AJ's made one dumb move in 4 years, and that was it. And then he made a three, and then he made a layup. Tough
Right.
one. So it was really, really cool.
A flurry of 5 points, it says in this.
Finished the season.
A career high mark.
Yeah, absolutely. But Brad said, listen, the kid's a D1 player. But he wanted to come to Illinois and started washing the uniforms when he started. And then he got to be a player, and then eventually got a scholarship, which I did not know. Anyway, good finish there. But Andre Stojakovic was kind of the story.
Yeah.
Just to come out ultra aggressive, carry the 2 practices I had over to the game and bring that aggressiveness on both sides of the floor. Defensively, be ultra engaged. We knew being in the gap was an emphasis for this game and moving forward. We talk about how we've gotten away from our sort of defensive identity. I feel like today was a good stepping stone to getting back to it.
Really, really, really good at the microphone. Very good. We need him. And if you'd have told me Thursday, on Friday, Stojakovic won't score and he'll play 12 minutes against Michigan, we're not going to win. He's that important. We're not going very far in the tournament without he goes to the rim. Mm-hmm. We need a lot of that. And he's skilled. He makes some plays that are NBA-like. There are flashes of NBA for sure. Now, is he truly healthy? Because I think he's been hobbled by the high ankle sprain. He looked awfully healthy last night. Scored 21, led the team off the bench. Played 20 minutes, had 12 rebounds, had a double-double. Andrei Stojakovic had 12 rebounds.
Nice.
What? Hey, what?
I like that.
Oh, my gosh.
And we usually don't. But us coaches like to think we have some answers, and we usually don't. But the carryover from practice to game was very, very evident with Andrei Stojakovic and our team. 2 really good days of practice, but Dre was dominant in practice. So I know he's back finally healthy. Our defense the first half was really, really good. I thought we did a nice job in our gaps. I thought we did a nice job of helping each other. I thought we did a nice job of communicating. You know, that's a well-coached basketball team, 3 McDonald's All-Americans on it, and a team I know they're fighting and playing without their point guard. But I thought our little things, our contest rate, our mentality of protecting the paint was as good as it's been in some time. So, a few things tonight. We didn't really shoot the ball great. Night that was nice. We didn't have to rely on Keaton and a lot of that as much as we did. But they played zone, and I thought we did a nice job of that. But I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of senior night. They're tough. I couldn't be happier that AJ scores the last 5 points of the season in here. I told the network he's done one dumb thing in 4 years here, and that was shoot that shot. Just under the 4-minute mark. But what a great young man. 2 other guys in Ben and Kylan that have had outstanding careers and impact our team and impact winning at a high level. So it's always pretty cool to me the culture that those guys establish, and this is always home for them, and I want them to feel that. And it was a good night. I've got a ton of respect for Dana Altman. He's a Hall of Fame coach. He's approaching 800 wins. It was a good night for us.
Trying to figure out how to get the NIL on Ben Hummerkaus and Adalia, his beautiful bride.
That's right.
So I got NIL on Chris Thomas's kids. Pretty sure I got it with Josh Whitman's kids. They're all going to be like 6'11". And I think Ben Hummerkaus's children and Adalia have such acumen.
You're right.
So I'm trying to get in early on the NIL, be the agent.
After Oregon won the tip and had that 6-0 lead, I was sure nervous about
9-3, and then we went on a little 24-3 run.
Yes, we did.
Weather brought to you this morning by Carl.
Reminding you can visit Carl from essentially anywhere with a virtual visit. Find out more about their convenient care at carl.com.
So funny, in about 18 years, I hope we get Ben Hummerkaus's and Adelia's child. They're really good at
Lock
basketball.
them into the agreement.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Well, again, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Some welcome rainfall and heavy rainfall in pockets yesterday, producing some standing water, some reports of hail, and pretty widespread rainfall totals from a half to an inch in a number of locales from Springfield to Decatur to Bloomington Normal in the I-74 corridor, including a good chunk of Champaign and Vermilion County's central and southern areas at an inch to better than 2 inches. And the beat goes on for the day-to-day. Scattered showers this morning, scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. A couple of more downpours, the high near 50 with some areas of fog. Additional showers and thunder early and late night tonight. Areas of fog, low in the upper 40s. Tomorrow, up near 60. Again, some patchy fog in the morning, scattered showers and thunderstorms morning and afternoon. More of the same on Friday, maybe some stronger storms in the afternoon at 74. Rains continue on and off into Saturday. Dry time for Sunday and Monday. 65 on Saturday. Sunday highs at 62. Back into the 70s Monday and Tuesday. Back into showers and thunderstorms as well. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
This is the our idea is ready to launch vision. This is the create great jobs vision. This is the we need more space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations. Through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future. Because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Crude oil prices have been rising since Saturday, though the Wall Street Journal says American frackers are not rushing to pump more oil. Analysts say it makes little sense to the oil industry in West Texas to add expensive rigs and boost production when the war could be short-lived and crude prices could drop. Starbucks is opening a Nashville office and will relocate some supply chain operations. The company says Seattle remains its North American and global headquarters, though it plans to open the new Nashville office later this year as part of its effort to expand in the U.S. Volvo Car is stepping up production of its new electric SUV, the EV60, because of strong demand, though not in the U.S., where it can't be ordered until later this spring. European buyers are ordering the car. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Fosola, invested in you.
It's Will Kane Country.
There is a reason that the NBA has much higher ratings than the WNBA. It's not that we don't respect the accomplishment of this women's hockey team, but in a thing that is inherently, almost always, but not always, masculine, you're going to have the culture and the eyeballs gravitate to the highest quality of the masculine discipline, sports.
Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
So we like talking to Gale Frericks Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, the two businesses you guys run. So talk to me about Gale Frericks Trucking. Why do your drivers like driving for you?
I think because we care about them getting home and having a home life as well as making money, and that they're allowed to be safe.
How about Dedicated Diesel? Who should know about that?
Oh, anybody with a truck or trailer that they work with. We're open now for federal inspections. We can do those. Dedicated Diesel, I've got a couple of great new guys in there, and Melissa's helping on the front end, and I just couldn't be happier with the way things have progressed and the improvements that we've made.
Well, thank you for putting trucks out there that are safe, and you have drivers that are trained up and experienced.
And keeping the rigs up when it comes to those safety stickers with that safety lane service.
Yeah, every month we have a list of annual inspections that Donna puts out to the guys at Dedicated Diesel, and they have to get those inspections done.
That's Dedicated Diesel and Gale Frericks Trucking with Tim Onstadt. Good work.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
7:23 ESPN 93.5. Brother Johnny coming up at the bottom of the hour here. We'll got a few clips. What Hillary Clinton said about Iran back when she was in the hunt to be president.
Oh, okay.
What did Hillary say? Maybe we should just go with what she said. Okay? Want to make a deal? Hillary, Donald Trump, we'll go with Hillary. Whatever she said back in the day, let's just follow that. Yeah, makes sense. Because the Democrats, to me, are just absolutely treasonous. For Hakeem Jeffries to say, we're going to lose. What are you talking about? Whose team are you on? Do you not have any empathy for the people in danger over there? Let's have a little encouragement. Now you're from America. We need to say, okay, I don't agree with how this happened, but we need to, make sure that things turn out okay, and we'll have the discussions later, and we'll get to the bottom of all that. But to say we will lose, thank you, future Speaker of the House.
Wow.
What are you talking about? It's just very... Yeah. And then Marco Rubio's going, no, here's what I said. Let's see if you guys can hear what I'm saying. We were not going to let Israel go and attack because then we'd be caught flat-footed. Then you guys would call us in and talk to us to say, why didn't you do something?
Mm-hmm.
And so Donald Trump says, we didn't start any war. We're finishing it. CBS had a piece on dang well done.
Really?
CBS is trying to kind of tack toward the middle.
No.
Listen to this report. I'll have that coming up with Johnny in just a few moments.
Okay. I just hardly ever hear what they're saying anymore.
No, I don't
I'm
listen.
off news all the time.
Well,
see, some people tag me and stuff in my feed and social media thinking I'm interested in any of this. I'm not.
You generally report.
I'm at a local meeting trying to get some stuff done locally, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway.
You generally watch what you agree with. It shouldn't have that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You watch Brett Baer from 5 to 6 on Fox, as good a news hour as there is out there. It's just more newsy. The others are personality and opinion driven.
Yes.
Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, we get confused then by what's editorial and what's fact.
Well, it's a huge thing. I think they should put a big E on the screen. This is editorial, so just know that's not a news guy.
Right.
This is not a news person. Their opining, which is fine in the right setting.
There was a time where you wanted the fact checking. You wanted the green to go up and the red to go up. And
with AI, I'm sure we could show it, and you'd see that the problem is a lot of what they say has a thread of truth, so that would be purple or something. But then it would go green when it's absolutely factual, and I'd call this CBS report green from what I know of history. He goes back to talk about the Iran hostage crisis and the Beirut bombing.
And we had great insight from Paul Lewis from Homer. Who was there?
This is what they want to destroy the West. They want to destroy America. They want to destroy Israel. And so we also have the former Shah of Iran's son, who was offering to come in as kind of the middle guy before they get to elections. And he says, here's what Iran will be. And everything he said, okay, that sounds fine to me. You're not going to try and kill us all? Okay, gosh, that makes sense, because when Iran and this incredibly radical group says death to America, death to Israel, they actually mean that. And okay, so how do we get along and figure, well, you have to die. Is that okay? Is that kind of a problem, or how do we want to? It's absolutely just this, some of the nonsensical, what do you mean I can't live? What do you mean you need to wipe us off the map? No, how long has Israel been in survival mode? 47 years. Because if they get hold of anything really, really bad, they're going to lob it at you. Hezbollah got involved last night. In fact, it was kind of a double barrel between what Iran has left and Hezbollah still out there in Lebanon. So they had a double attack, and it was effective, got through a little of the Iron Dome because they all hit at once. So somebody's pulling the strings. Nobody's going to jump up and say it's me, because I think Ayatollah Khomeini's son, who was in line to take over, got killed yesterday.
Oh.
They found where he was meeting. So the pretty good intel on the ground. So you're getting down to, way past what I would know of our secession plans in America. You can go through the whole cabinet, and I don't know who comes after the cabinet kind of thing. That's where these guys are. I don't know who's going to take over, and if you're going to try and continue the thing, Israel's just not going to allow it. They're not going to allow you to rebuild this thing, so we have a continuing, you want me dead and you want us off the map.
Right.
That's just non-negotiable. But when was it President Ahmadinejad, the guy from 2005 to 13, when he first said Israel should be wiped off the map, I remember hearing that. I go, what are they? Really? He said that? Okay, so we'll get into a little more of all that. Illinois beats Oregon 80-54.
Yep, actually UCLA takes down number 9 Nebraska 72-52.
Fred Hoiberg's had a great year, but Nebraska is definitely not playing like they were playing, not hitting the shots. They had more turnovers than normal. I think Nebraska will still be a top 4 basketball team in the Big Ten tournament. But as it is now, if Illinois beats Maryland Sunday, I have us as a 3. It'll be Michigan, Michigan State, who has the tiebreaker over us, because I think we'll be tied with Michigan
Okay.
State. And then we'd be 3, and I think Nebraska would be 4 if they win their last game in the Big Ten. And so that means whoever we play Friday, if we win, we'd get Michigan State, and then we'd get Michigan if we got that far.
Gotcha.
That's how I kind of see it playing out as it stands this morning.
At the United Center next week.
Yep, coming up, Big Ten tournament, which begins Tuesday.
And actually
All
for the
basketball.
ladies today against Wisconsin over
5
in
o'clock.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So
Go Shauna Green,
That's
go
right.
women. All right, news coming up.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The Pentagon delivering an update on the war in Iran for the second time this week.
America is winning decisively, devastatingly, and without mercy.
War Secretary Pete Hegseth briefing the media this morning, along with Joint Chiefs Chair General Dan Kane. A new Fox News poll shows Americans are divided on the military action taken by President Trump. Dramatic moments over Tel Aviv.
The reason I'm not sure if it's from Iran is because we just got a notification from the Army that people could leave bomb shelters. And these sirens just started to sound at the last minute, and so we'll have to see where this incoming fire is coming from.
That's Fox's Trey Yanks. And Turkey reports NATO defense has intercepted a ballistic missile launched from Iran before it entered Turkish airspace. A Turkish foreign minister telling his Iranian counterpart to take steps to avoid a further widening conflict. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. U.S. Rep. Nikki Budzinski announcing a $2.3 million in federal funding for Champaign-Urbana area projects, including local park district improvements and University of Illinois research initiatives. The funding package is part of a broader set of community-directed spending measures approved in late February. Champaign County Chamber of Commerce circulating updates tied to this week's county government schedule, emphasizing how upcoming facilities and transportation committee meetings may affect local employers with county ARPA allocations and infrastructure planning on the agenda. Chamber staff are preparing briefings for members on potential impacts. Now, the Chamber tracking Urbana's highest interest city council meeting, which was moved to the Champaign County Community Center Auditorium due to public turnout over a proposed data center project. While the Chamber has not issued a formal position, staff are reviewing the development's potential economic impact. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Come celebrate Carpet Weaver's Flooring and Furniture Gallery's anniversary sale. You'll find savings store-wide. The installation is half off Mohawk's waterproof luxury vinyl floors. The installation is free on Mohawk carpet. Get up to $1,000 instant rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors. Plus, buy it all with 2 years free financing. It's the perfect time for those home updates. Don't miss the anniversary sale going on now at Carpet Weavers.
Your ticket to fun and relaxation starts at the Central Illinois Regional Airport. We take the stress out of flying. Free parking and shorter lines. Let Allegiant take you direct to Orlando or Tampa St. Pete, where waving palm trees, beautiful ocean views, and the thrill of amusement parks await. Book today at Sierra.com/Allegiant. Close. Convenient.
If you want to get a free evaluation with your copier, you can call Watts Copy Systems and check out what you might be able to save on color prints and what have you. You just call Watts Copy Systems, 217-352-0428 for a Watts Copy System, locally owned and operated around here. Our meteorologist, Greg Solier, with now our latest weather.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you, Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Hopefully you got a pretty good soaking round or two of showers and thunderstorms. Yesterday, more than an inch noted in a fair amount of Champaign County. Over towards Decatur to Springfield, more than 2 to 2.5 inches there. Flood watches and warnings east and southeast of the Wabash into parts of Indiana and Ohio. And we'll get into some additional showers here for this morning. Showers and thunderstorms scattered this afternoon with a couple of more healthy downpours. Watch for some ponding out there in lowland and low ag areas, along with walkways, driveways, etc. Temperatures around 50 today. Showers and thunder this evening. Again on the overnight. Areas of fall continue on with upper 40s. Tomorrow some patchy fog in the morning. A milder afternoon up around 60. Get a period or two of showers and thunderstorms both morning, more so for the afternoon. It's a rinse and repeat forecast with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Could be some healthy storms Friday at 74. We'll cool to 65. More rain in the forecast for Saturday. Dry time Sunday and Monday. High temperatures from the lower 60s on Sunday, back to the lower 70s next Monday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, Wednesday morning, March 4, 2026. I had to look. Good morning. I am Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Hello.
Brother Johnny from Bible Study in New Orleans, Louisiana. Johnny.
Hey, good morning, Stevie J.
I'm
Diane.
Hello.
Got all the basketball happening. And I think there's
we had a good game.
Yeah, a good game last night. I'm thinking there's not a nickel's difference between most of these teams that play. I mean, UCLA beats Nebraska by 20. So, wow.
No, well, that's the thing. We let them off the mat, and now they've just come alive. So you got to watch that.
Man.
They're good. They got good players. I can tell you, I think our team's a little different and better. We just have to watch what I'll call the random three. And that would be defined as the three that Bill Rafferty or Steve Bardot says, ooh, he settled. Oh, I don't know if that's the stuff they wanted. Yeah, right. You know, and we do 3 or 4 of those, which is usually we're not very, maybe we make 1 out of 3, but there's no offense. I'm talking about the maybe 1 pass pop. And, man, those are just not what we want, especially with the way we can work the ball around and get it inside. But other than that, the problem, and the only reason I mention it, my only criticism of this team is I think they could win it all. But you can't do that if you're going to do. You will not get away with that. And so last night even, it was like at the beginning of the second half, Bardot's like, well, looks like we're doing the same thing we did starting out, you know. And they cut it to 13, and then we took off again.
Yeah.
But good basketball team, good coaching. It's hard not the saving grace with those random threes. The other teams do it too.
Yeah, so, right. Yeah, they were even worse than our shooting from 3. We were 28% last night.
Shooting, Steve. It's the decision to take this 3 of transition 3's fine. Moving around the ball 3. The best 3 we shot didn't count this year was the one we whipped it around like the Globetrotters. It was fantastic, and then I think it was Ivicic hit it with the clock shot. Ran out against Michigan. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. That's what you need to do, and those are the great 3s.
Those are kind of the 05 was very good at that extra pass, the 05
right.
team. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we are too. No, we can do it, and that's where I point out, wow, we don't need to just dribble over the line kind of and then say, I can get this shot off. You know?
Yeah.
No, pass it around.
Well, and Andrei Stojakovic showed how valuable he can be. He was tremendous last night, going to the basket. That's what I like to see is I understand the 3 ball, they're wide open kind of thing. That's the strategy. They collapse, you kick it out, then we make the 3. But Stojakovic, if you'd have told me Thursday that Friday Stojakovic wouldn't score against Michigan, I said we're going to lose. We have to have him, and he needs to play well. And then we got all 8 pieces. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing with that kind of that other dimension that you can combine when you attack aggressively, and then again, you're right. The kick out works great.
Yeah.
And also Stojakovic is probably prioritizing the finish, which is what I like because if you're getting in there, you're going to hit double the number of 2s as 3s. It's double, and so that's not. You only get 1.5 times the points for the 3. Mm-hmm. So you always like those 2s. I like the 2s.
Well, and Andre with his second double-double, 21 points
12
and 12
rebounds is shocking because I think rebounding is absolute desire. you have to want it more than that guy because you got to go
Fight
get
your
them.
way in.
Yeah, I just heard from Ed Martin, our Wednesday guest, but now with the administration as the pardon attorney for Donald Trump. He's been busy. He said, sorry, not good. So
Okay.
probably in a meeting. 7:39, Brother Johnny in New Orleans. Okay, so I've decided this is a shocker, but I'm going, and you can go back because of the wonder of videotape and prior comments over the last 30 years. I'm going to do in Iran what Hillary would have done. Okay, I think that's
yeah.
fair.
No, that's
All right.
good. And I think I saw this.
Let's just go. I tell you what, we're trying to find a middle here.
Yes.
Let's just do what Hillary would have done. Okay.
I want the Iranians to know that if I'm the president, we will attack Iran. Whatever stage of development they might be in their nuclear weapons program in the next 10 years, during which they might foolishly consider launching an attack on Israel, we would be able to totally obliterate them. That's a terrible thing to say, but those people who run Iran need to understand that, because that perhaps will deter them from doing something that would be reckless, foolish, and tragic.
So everything really Donald Trump's doing, a Democrat has said, right? I mean, it's just so ridiculous. You go, say, well, wait a minute, what happened to you? What happened to you and your love of country? And you're telling me Hakeem Jeffries said we will lose this war? He's going to be the potential new Speaker of the House. What are we talking about here? What the heck?
No, he that guy, that's bad. That was a terrible thing to say while we're flying missions. And whatever you think, we're in a battle. Support our troops. And I would never say for my Illinois football teams, they're going to lose. I would say, man, we got a tough road to hoe, but we can win.
Right.
But back to Hillary, and of course we've heard no one would stand up to Iran but Trump, which that's you can make that case. But the truth is, this is the first time that it hasn't been a tremendous fear that the entire Middle East would just, assimilate and attack back. We called it the powder keg. And a lot of that is because of Trump 10 years ago with the Abraham Accords and more back and forth with the other Arab nations. There actually seem to be more on our side in this, Steve.
Yeah.
That has never happened.
No.
What Donald Trump has really done is helped create an environment where we could support and unleash Israel into Iran. There's not going to be any boots on the ground. Israel's got that. And so they just had no way of defending themselves the way they wanted to. You see what happened with when Hamas did what they did, and they got all kinds of pushback. But this particular situation in this time, the U.S. with Israel is being supported largely by them in the Middle East, somewhat because the Iranians are actually firing drones and missiles at their partners.
Yeah,
but
right.
But it's just also just was a much different environment, even when George Bush was president. So Obama bombed Libya, but he wasn't really one of the Gulf states. He wasn't like a made man, I guess. But I think the regime's finished. But I hope that whoever comes in is more willing to go along with civilization.
Apparently, Ayatollah Khomeini's son was set to take over, but they bombed him too yesterday, so he's gone.
Oh, did he get killed?
I believe he did. We're getting various reports. Drudge reports said that he'd been the new man, and they showed him. And then I saw a thing on Fox saying Iran says he's out because they hit where they were meeting. So we must have some great intelligence on the ground. I think it's the Mossad from Israel.
I think the Israelis have always somehow known everything those guys are doing.
See Beeper. That was a 10-year project. The beepers that blew up in the guy's pockets. Did you think it made those guys nervous to use a phone or anything? Here's CBS. John, hear this report from CBS, and I think it's good. This is CBS News. Listen about, how Trump started a war. Well, here's the guy actually on CBS, Columbia Broadcast System, giving background and depth to it. Shocked?
If you're looking for an origin point of this current war, don't look to the earliest hours of this Saturday. Look back to November 4th, 1979. That was the day Iranian revolutionaries stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, capturing 52 Americans and parading them in blindfolds for the whole world to see.
A new and daring element was disclosed today in the Iran crisis.
For the next 444 days, they were held captive, the tally kept nightly by Walter Cronkite. Finally, the hostages were released, but that wasn't the end of the story. In 1983, 241 U.S. service members were killed in their barracks by an Iran-backed suicide bomber in Beirut. Americans can argue whether this is a war of necessity, but what's clear from the history is that the fuse of this explosion is 50 years long and has included the loss of thousands of American and Iranian lives. Every president since Jimmy Carter has tried to end this conflict. In 2015, President Barack Obama announced a deal to stall Iran's nuclear ambitions, a deal that President Trump replaced with a campaign of maximum pressure and now military might.
Today, the United States military continues to carry out large-scale combat operations in Iran to eliminate the grave threats posed to America by this terrible terrorist regime.
That history is why the president's allies in Congress say he hasn't started a war with Iran. He's finishing one.
That's CBS. That's CBS.
Well, and it's true. And the other part of that, which is where I really think Hakeem is basically on the other side when he says that we don't know why we had to do this. Well, the Iranians, after we did the big bombing last year to take out their nuclear capability, end quote, they've been working hard to just keep building it back and creating that ability to enrich uranium and make a nuclear bomb. And they told our negotiators that's what we can do, and that's what we're going to do. And at the same time, they said death to America, and Israel has no right to exist. So what do you think they're going to do with the bomb? That is a clear and present danger. It's a threat to America. And the only thing you can argue to do is, well, let's just wait till they blow one of our cities up, and then we'll have a good reason. Well, let's not do that, because we know that's what they plan to do, and they're going to terrorize the entire globe, but to a much more effective level than they have been for 50 years. And it was time. And then we have other Arab nations that are more open to it. And so this was our shot. And the Israelis have been on top of it. And it just so happens, I think God's involved, because Trump and Netanyahu are both in charge at the same time. Yeah. I mean, this wouldn't be happening if that wasn't the case. So maybe we'll have a period without Iran. And as far as it's a foreign war, I got to go through TSA tomorrow, Steve, largely because of Iran. Yeah. Okay?
Right.
So that's the support of terror across the globe that impacts every American. And all of that goes with that, and in terms of cost and price and terror, okay?
Right.
And so this was a good chance to make the world better. And I'm all for our troops. I hate to hurt Hakeem's feelings, but I'm cheering for America.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm hoping we win.
It's Brother Johnny. If you want to text 217-359-2255, I don't think there's any doubt God's involved. There's no way Donald Trump wins again, ever, based on what happened and how many times he's in a courtroom and the fact that he turned his head. Otherwise, the bullet would have hit him in the brain. Here's Ravi Pahlavi. This is the Shah's son. And he's offering to come in and say, I'll be the guy before the vote, and I don't want to be king, but here's what he said he would do.
To all of our friends around the world, under the yoke of the Islamic Republic, Iran is identified in your minds with terrorism, extremism, and poverty. The real Iran is a different Iran, a beautiful, peace-loving, and flourishing Iran. It is the Iran that existed before the Islamic Republic, and it is the Iran that will rise again from its ashes the day the Islamic Republic falls. So let me be clear about how a free Iran will act towards its neighbors and the world after the fall of this regime.
This is good here.
In security and foreign policy, Iran's nuclear military program will end. Support for terrorist groups will cease immediately. A free Iran will work with regional and global partners to confront terrorism, organized crime, drug trafficking, and extremist Islamism. Iran will act as a friend and a stabilizing force in the region, and it will be a responsible partner in global security.
So what's wrong with any of that? Wow.
Well, I mean, it sounds great, and of course, that's the good thing to say. No, I think it would be way better. The Shah of Iran helped us out during World War II, so we're grateful. But the truth is, he wasn't the nicest guy in the world, Steve. But he was so much better than these mullahs and the things that they want to do in terms of the fatwas and the terrorism. That would be great, and his son might be fine. I'm just saying.
Well, and he said he's just a bridge till we settle this before we get a vote. I saw a clip of Richard Nixon. The guy said, "Would you have allowed the Shah to fall?" No, I would not have. I would have told everybody, we're not going to do that. And I don't know what exactly he would have done, but in any event, it changed the world for 47 years, and hopefully. And Israel's essentially said, we're not doing this again. You're not going to be able to put somebody radical to rebuild everything. We're not doing it. And with them on the ground and with them so close, I believe I just don't know how it's going to settle. And then if you take all these guys out, how many years will we have suicide bombers from the other side that say, you can't do that? Allah is, we're going to go through all that. I mean, how are you ever going to rein everybody in from the Revolutionary Guard for not killing themselves, which is their goal, essentially to die? And how are you going to do that? It's just going to be...
Well, Steve, the truth is that the money that the Iran was paying out was one of the biggest problems. You still have to have wherewithal. You could always do something bad, but the general overall movement was usually supported by Iran and the money. And that's where, if you want to just start pointing fingers, more recently, when Biden won and allowed Iran to get access to billions of dollars, that's when the Hamas attacked Israel and Houthis went crazy, and it was money from Iran and probably China. But the funding, if that dries up, there just isn't the capacity to have the kind of terrorism. You're going to see it, and you're going to have guys wanting to do it, but it's just going to be harder.
Mm-hmm.
And the state sponsor of terror that led the world is Iran, and we're trying to stamp that out. That's a good step.
Yeah.
So that'll help. That'll save a lot of people's lives. So.
Yep, it will, and it will continue to track. But I don't. I'm just not believing how the Democrats. And by the way, Paul has said when you go through TSA, Democrats are cutting off all that, no funding. You see what their mood is like. They're not getting a check.
I mean, just think about that. The next time you vote, we got a high alert situation, and the people who try to protect us aren't being funded because of ICE, which has nothing to do with the money we're talking about, because ICE already has their money. So it's just anti-American, in my opinion, and they'll say, "Oh no, you're anti-American," and so that's where we're going to leave it.
That's
Steve.
right.
We're all anti-American.
That's right. Well, all right. I appreciate the time, and please pray for all of us, Johnny, in your Bible study. We need more study and on our knees more. Appreciate very much.
No.
Illinois wins. And by the way, Unity is in Monticello tonight. The sectional taking on Fairfield. Unity is 30-2. If they were to beat Fairfield tonight, which is like a 2.5-hour drive to Monticello, so it's a long drive for their fans, we would take on Teutopolis, who edged Warrensburg-Latham last night 40-39. So we would play T-Town. Now, actually, I think the feeling was we probably didn't want. We were losing by 23 to Warrensburg earlier in the year and came back to win. So I think the edge was let's play T-Town again and see what happens. So.
Well, I was just saying doggone it, because when I was in high school, Warrensburg couldn't win anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's correct. Yeah, no, they're different.
No, I
they've
think you're right.
changed.
It's hard for T-Tops to beat us. That would be the third
time.
Huh?
It'd be the only losses of the year have been to T-Town twice. 30-2. It's amazing.
We got it.
So anyway,
So
let's beat Fairfield.
let's beat
Fairfield tonight.
Fairfield.
That's a big game tonight. Johnny, I appreciate your time.
All right, great talking to you.
Talk to you
Diane.
soon. That's Johnny in New Orleans, ducked out of Bible study as he does every Wednesday for us. It's 7:54. We're going to celebrate law enforcement as we do here on these stations. We appreciate what they do for us. And that's coming up just after 8 o'clock here this morning. All right, ESPN 93.5. It's our buddy Steve Suderman. He's over at Good Vibes. That's in the Round Barn. He's where you get your 98-inch television. Yeah, I said 98-inch television. What's happening, partner?
We love those big ones. They're more fun.
Yeah, amazing. But
especially as our eyesight deteriorates over time. So last night we were treated to the Illini game live in the center by an Oregon alumnus.
No kidding.
And it was kind of funny. He said he went to the bathroom. He ran into a guy in a duck shirt, and he says, "I want you to know you're not the only duck in the stadium here." He says, "My wife made me wear this Illini shirt." She grew up next door to the house I live in.
That's awesome. Fun.
Yeah, it was fun. What fun seeing Andre just put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. He was handcuffed by Michigan, and it was he had a breakout night, and that was everybody in the hall was willing him to that 10th rebound.
Yeah,
we got
right.
to 12,
No,
I think.
that's
So,
exactly right. Yeah, good win for Illinois. Yeah,
a good senior night. It was a fun night to be in the hall. The center. Sorry.
No. Assembly Hall
but,
for us townies. We got it.
Yeah, it's never going to be. I still call it Century 21, that building
right.
down there.
Still Century 21. Yes. Yeah, 21 floors, but no floor 13. Anyway,
Yeah.
Steve, what you got, man? What's happening?
Well, LG OLEDs, we've been talking about them forever and ever because they've been on sale since Black Friday. They are finally going to go up in price. So this is kind of a last chance on the like the gas prices just went up, and these TVs are going to go right with them. There's going to be 1 week only of the 65G. That's the one Rich Warren wrote about in the column and bought for himself. It was great. That's next week. We'll drop $200 for 1 week only. After that week, we're going to see increases on the C series. The 83 inch is going to go $500. This is a good time to buy them before that sale finally comes to an end. It has been going on since November, and it's real, and now it's going to be back to kind of normal. And for the rest of the month, we still have all the Klipsch speakers on sale, including the subs, the centers, the surrounds. You can outfit yourself with something that you can hear every single note of the music, every word of the dialogue. And the keeper of the sound, I own several Klipsch speakers at my house, and some of them I've had for 50-some years. That's how they're made. They'll last forever. So,
all right, Steve Suderman, how can I connect with you?
You can find us virtually at gvibes.com. You can visit our store, and please do, at 2010 Round Barn, or call us up at 351-0909.
All right, my friend. Talk soon. Thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed the ball game last night.
It was great fun.
It's awesome. You betcha. Steve Suderman, now Greg Solier, brought to you by Busey for over 158 years now. Member FDIC, and by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. Hopefully you got a pretty good soaking round or two of showers and thunderstorms. Yesterday, more than an inch noted in a fair amount of Champaign County. Over towards Decatur to Springfield, more than 2 to 2.5 inches there. Flood watches and warnings east and southeast of the Wabash into parts of Indiana and Ohio. And we'll get into some additional showers here for this morning. Showers and thunderstorms scattered this afternoon with a couple of more healthy downpours. Watch for some ponding out there in lowland and low ag areas, along with walkways, driveways, etc. Temperatures around 50 today. Showers and thunder this evening. Again on the overnight. Areas of fog continue on with upper 40s to borrow some patchy fog in the morning. A milder afternoon up around 60. Get a period or two of showers and thunderstorms both morning, more so for the afternoon. It's a rinse and repeat forecast with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Could be some healthy storms Friday at 74. We'll cool to 65. More rain in the forecast for Saturday. Dry time Sunday and Monday. High temperatures from the lower 60s on Sunday back to the lower 70s next Monday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com.
Illini basketball is hot, and so is this Jets Pizza family deal. It's the busiest time of year, so just let Jets Pizza save you time in the kitchen. Get one extra large 2-topping pizza, choice of Jets bread, cinnamon sticks, and a 2-liter Coke product for just $35.99. The Jets Pizza Family Deal, just $35.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
An update from the Pentagon. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We can sustain this fight easily for as long as we need to.
War Secretary Pete Hegseth on day 5 of the operation against Iran.
As President Trump said, more and larger waves are coming. We are just getting started.
Adding they can't do anything in Iran to stop it.
The Iranian Air Force is no more.
And on top of that,
the Iranian Navy rests at the bottom of the Persian Gulf.
And Secretary Hegseth just said,
Iran's senior leaders are dead.
The rest, he says, are either missing or in hiding. Now, Iran has postponed the funeral for the supreme leader that was supposed to start tonight on state TV. Iran's Revolutionary Guard threatens the complete destruction of the region's military and economic infrastructure, targeting U.S. facilities in the region still. And Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Tel Aviv.
For the second time in 30 minutes, 2 barrages of missiles from Iran and Hezbollah were launched simultaneously at Israeli civilians, an indication that the Iranians are coordinating with their largest proxy in the region, specifically in southern Lebanon, to try and attack population centers here.
And Iran sent a missile toward Turkey that NATO defenses shot down. The State Department's urging Americans in 14 Middle East countries to leave, but some can't. Their flights keep getting canceled, like Louise Hurley, who's stuck in Dubai and tells Fox.
I heard many fighter jets, kind of going by the hotel. It was a lot of activity around midnight, 1 a.m. So there's just a lot of heightened concern with that happening.
6 U.S. troops have been killed in the conflict. The battle for a Senate seat in Texas is half set. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett just conceded. And on X posted a congratulations to James Tallarico, beat her in the Democratic primary.
Tens of thousands of Texans have shown up to rally with us in every corner of the state.
He wants Republican Senator John Cornyn's seat. Cornyn faces a runoff first in May against Texas Attorney General James Paxton. Neither got 50% in the GOP primary. America's listening to Fox News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
As the U.S. and Israel keep waging war against Iran, a new Fox News poll shows a mixed American reaction.
The poll shows that while 61% of respondents feel Iran is a national security threat to the U.S., Americans are split 50-50 on their approval of the strikes in Iran. When it comes to President Trump, only 29% of those polled say America is safer because of how he's handled Iran.
Fox's Gernal Scott. Democrats were not satisfied with the briefing they got on Iran, and the Senate will today consider a war powers resolution trying to limit President Trump's action. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says,
if the case for war were strong, it would be consistent. Instead, the rationales change by the hour. Regime change, nuclear weapons, missiles, defense, preemptive. Which is it?
Democrats also plan tough questions for Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's second day as she testifies next hour at a House hearing this time, while Democrats keep holding up funding for Homeland Security, demanding immigration enforcement reform. And two Democrats most critical of ICE actions in Minneapolis are at another hearing starting now, being grilled over fraud.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison, both Democrats, will be questioned by the House Oversight Committee about the millions of dollars meant for social services programs that was instead stolen from the state over several years. Nearly 100 people have been charged in the scandal, and at least 60 have been convicted. Walz and Ellison are not accused in the theft. Their testimony comes as Minnesota Republican lawmakers have introduced resolutions to impeach them both amid accusations including, quote, corrupt conduct. The impeachments seem unlikely given the party balance in the state House and Senate. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising, but so are prices at the gas pump, now up 20 cents in 2 days amid the Middle East conflict. AAA's national average for regulars now $3.19 per gallon. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. See You at Home's new facility on Mattis is finally done, and over the weekend, the organization invited people inside to get a first look. See You at Home will be using the space to help unhoused people get on their feet. After a year of planning and construction, more than a dozen people will soon call the building home. It'll house 16 men, 10 women. Champaign County Crime Stoppers looking for tips from the public that could help Muhammad police solve a break-in and burglary attempt a month ago. It happened at the McDonald's on South Purnell Drive. Employees arrived at the restaurant to begin business for the day and discovered the restaurant was broken into. Illinois Liquor Control Commission suspending liquor license for Joe's Brewery in Campustown. It follows a compliance action issue Monday. Suspension stems from violations identified during a recent enforcement review. The bar must halt alcohol sales until the commission completes its follow-up process. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Good win for Illinois last night, a must-win. Now we play Maryland Sunday, and based on that, and we're going to be prohibitive favorites even on the road. Maryland's had our number for a long time, but we did beat them earlier this year. Hopefully we'll win Sunday. If we do, I've got us in as a 3 seed in the Big Ten tournament, which begins this coming Tuesday up in the United Center in Chicago.
That's right.
And that way we wouldn't play till Friday if we're a top 4 team. And that's for a moment there. It got a little scary. I think we're okay. Nebraska loses by 20 at UCLA last night, which is kind of shocker.
Right.
Nebraska, number 9 in the country. So they did not play very well, and UCLA did what they do sometimes. UCLA's beaten 3 top 10 teams.
And as a number 10 seed, our Illinois women are in action against number 15 seed Wisconsin in the 5-ish area.
About 5 o'clock,
Indianapolis Gamebridge Fieldhouse today.
Go Shauna. Beat Wisconsin with your great young team. All right, Mr. Meteorologist, we've got Greg Solier, who's a star. He knows how to really predict this stuff. We got a little fog, wet,
Did
moisture.
I hear this right? 30-0 for, was that Miami of Ohio?
Yep, Miami of Ohio. They beat Toledo last night barely.
Wow.
Yeah.
They have not, how do I say this?
Had the
Their schedule is so much different. Yeah,
okay.
I think what in the MAC, and it's a good league, but it's just it's not called a quad 1. They track quad 1. Illinois had 7, I think, quad 1 wins. Miami of Ohio has had 1 quad 2 win. They just don't play the same people. So
yeah,
it's kind of
a sports blurb about something like that. I was just kind of curious.
Now, would I want to play them? No, not really. I mean, they're the only undefeated team, and they believe they're great, and they are darn good. They just don't play the Yukons and stuff like that. But
got it.
Early in the process, they could upset people. There's no question. All right, our meteorologist is Greg Solier. What you see is kind of what you get, partner.
There you go. And boy, we got a slew of rainfall reports. We'll get them in here as quick as we can. Leroy out to the west-northwest, an inch there. Get out towards and around Weldon, just west of there and west of DeLand. 145 the gauge, a little closer to home. Mahomet checked in at 111 from the rains of yesterday afternoon. Sidell had some fairly large hail as well. Over at Willett and Savoy, 185 there. Some of the Urbana reports and around Campustown, generally an inch and a third, inch and three quarters. Let's see, Homer checks in at 155, and Collison and Vermilion County at 1.2. Believe Danville was in this morning, and they had 170, make that 129. Flood watches in effect from the Wabash on south and southeast. We're going from a drought to a flood, it looks like, in some parts of the Corn Belt. So the scattered showers are winding down this morning, back into showers and thunderstorms and a couple of downpours this afternoon and evening. 41 at Willett and Savoy, 50 the forecast high. We won't fall much farther than the upper 40s. Some patchy fog around here the next couple of hours, back in for tonight with the showers and thunder early and late. Tomorrow, patchy fog early, milder 60, showers and thunder in the morning. Again, tomorrow afternoon as well. We'll bottom out at 50 tomorrow night, make a run to 74, and the storms may become a little more widespread, vigorous, as in stronger Friday afternoon with a couple of more downpours. So 74 there, 65, a cooler Saturday, some shower activity in the morning, but the back end of the weekend, Saturday afternoon and into Sunday especially, dry with highs up in the lower 60s, back into the low to mid 70s, and back to chasing showers and thunderstorms in here for Monday night and Tuesday of next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, thank you, Greg. Really appreciate it. Stevie J Broadcasting supports police unabashedly, happily, excited when we do it.
Yes.
Every month we honor a law enforcement official. This month from the Rantoul Police Department, it's our new friend, Tasha Brasher. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Tell me how somebody gets into law enforcement. You grew up in Gifford. Why did you pick this kind of profession?
Yeah, so my father retired as a Rantoul police officer for 30 years. So I grew up around the law enforcement world. I also was a military police in the U.S. Army.
Come on, man.
So,
thank you for your service. Why did you go to the Army? Because your dad?
Yep, just wanted to be
How about that?
different. Yep.
What a good young. We're proud of you, Tasha.
That's
Way
right.
to go. No, that is great. It's wonderful that you wanted to serve.
Yeah, thank you.
And you're kind of serving kind of in a new role. This is a different role. Rantoul's had this social worker role for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, so Rantoul has had a mental health clinician through a grant position for about 20 some years. It wasn't until about 2021 that Deputy Chief Sullivan decided to bring this position on to the police department, to bring a mental health clinician embedded in the police department to help respond to mental health calls in the community and to help serve officer wellness.
You know, I said COVID really wrecked us. And we already had mental issues. It's exasperated, is it not? I mean, you go out, you don't know where you're going, and you don't know what your role is going to be because you don't know anything about anything. You just kind of know that you're supposed to go to this address, right?
Yeah, so we respond to mental health crisis calls with police and help connect them to long-term care and provide support and assessment on scene.
And they need it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and you're able to see, can you tell, is there an instinct within you that by this point in time, based on you've done this for a few years, can you tell the danger, or do you know that, that's going to be okay? Do you have that feeling?
I think that, the officers provide good safety when we're responding to these calls, and we're able to go in and provide assessment to the individuals to determine whether the outcome will be, and then link them to services for long-term care is what's beneficial about my position.
Tasha, how do you de-escalate? How do you learn that?
It's a lot of training. A lot of training goes into it, and I think it just comes natural for me to just be present and allow that person to kind of experience what they're experiencing, and just provide support as someone might be needing in the worst part of their day.
Have you always had a perceptive way of reading people?
Yeah, I think I've always just had a natural instinct in me, just to kind of be that calm nature for somebody.
And as far as, referring individuals who need some more resources, that's one thing that you can definitely do.
Yes. Yep. So we, provide assessment on scene to determine whether the outcome will be for that day, and then we can provide follow-up care and resources for that individual, whether that might be counseling or, shelter or domestic violence assistance, whatever that may look like. We're able to provide those resources to them.
If you're getting hundreds of calls in Rantoul and there's a small team, someone like a social worker to come in and help find the mental health balance of it all, it would certainly alleviate that load.
Yeah, for sure. I think it allows people to experience the things that they are experiencing a little bit easier with that help of a social worker.
Okay, do you like this?
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Now, why do you, because paint for the people your typical day. Is there a typical day for you?
Nope, there is not a typical day.
Is that one of the reasons you like it?
Yeah, it's different every day. Being involved in the community, I grew up in the area, so just being involved in the community is what's exciting, and providing support to not only the community but to officers as it's needed there as well.
Well, and I see with Rantoul Police Department, you, Tasha Brasher, have also been involved in the torch run and Cop on a Rooftop and Shop with a Cop and Illinois Special Olympics. Thank you for all you're doing outside of your regular job.
Yeah, we stay busy. So our 4U unit not only does crisis intervention, but we do community outreach. So events such as Cop on Top and Shop with the Cop programs. We also do victim advocacy, so providing support to domestic violence victims, whether that looks like an order protection or helping them throughout the process of the court process or finding resources.
So what's a day you go home and you go, man, I'm tired. I mean, a couple of calls here and there. Are you able to say, I'm off work, or do you think about these people in the day?
I do have a good home and work-life balance. I definitely think that it takes practice to do that. It is hard, especially whenever you are from the community, not to think about the people, but I do have to practice home and work-life balance.
Plenty of support at home. Way to go. I mean, because you're putting on that kind of a day. You never know.
Shout out some of your family.
Yep, my husband and my son, Randy and Bentley. So they keep me pretty well balanced and they keep me busy. So thanks to them, I'm able to kind of go home and relax.
How old is Bentley?
He's 8.
And what is he into?
He likes basketball and baseball.
Yep. Do you have time to go to all the games, or do you just busy?
Yes. Yep. He thinks he's going to play for the Illini
one
day. So
come on, let's go. We can do that. That's it's just fun, and that whole balance is huge, isn't it? You can't work 18 hours a day.
No,
you don't want to do that with your life, right? I mean, you got to have both. But it's satisfying when you've succeeded and you know somebody. And do you track them after? Do you see if they follow the path and get better?
Yeah, so we do follow up with our clients. So not only the initial contact, but we do follow up to ensure that they, we're linked to the proper resources that they needed. And if they needed additional help, we are able to, help them, either take them to the appointment or take them to court or whatever that may look like, to ensure that they have the support in place.
When you talk about the resources, Tasha, I think about Cindy Crawford there with the Northern Champaign County Community Service Center that has a food pantry, a couple of them, and really involved with Rantoul High School and the Eagles. And, do you work with them?
Oh,
too?
yes. Yep. Sydney and Terry at the Community Service Center is a great resource. We utilize them often. They also have other resources that come into the Community Service Center from, Champaign County to provide resources to the individuals. So we do utilize the Northern Community Resource Center often.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure your dad's proud.
Yes.
I mean, wow. It's just not that easy to do what you do, and I appreciate it so much, and so does everybody else. And is the negativity of sometimes you know that people aren't the kindest to police and work you do? Are you used to that?
Yeah, but I think if you just treat everybody with kindness, you never know what somebody might be experiencing on their worst day, especially when they have contact with police. It's probably on their worst day. So just practicing being kind to everybody, because you never know what someone's going through.
Tell you though, if somebody dumps a bucket on my head of water in New York, I'm not walking away. See, I couldn't do it. You can't do that to me. and I did the Elias training for 5 minutes, and it felt like 9 hours. And I got jelly legs, and I couldn't believe they swore at me. It really offended me. So thank you for all you do to alleviate and help and de-escalate the situation, because it's a talent. It really is. So Tasha, you're a law enforcement official of the month. You're going to be celebrated all the month of March. And for what you've done and what you're doing and what you're going to do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and everybody in Champaign County appreciate what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in. Are you on your own radio show? You're pretty comfortable.
I don't know.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
There you go.
Nope, thank you.
Tasha Brasher Show. Thank
Impressive.
you. Thanks for coming in.
Criminal justice from ISU and Master of Social Work from U of I. Go Illini.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Tasha Brasher is her name. From Gifford originally, serves for the Rantoul Police Department. And we appreciate it very, very much. All right, ESPN 93.5. Busey wants you to know all about your IRAs. Whether you want to travel, move to a warmer climate, or invest in a hobby, you have to have dreams of retirement, but then what are you doing about it? They recommend saving 10 to 15% of your annual income. What is the best savings choice for a 401 or individual retirement account? 401k is employer-sponsored retirement savings plan. You can contribute to the plan via payroll deduction. You do that. There are two types of IRAs, traditional and Roth. Roth are taxed at the time of contribution, but earnings can be withdrawn tax-free. Allow your investment earnings to grow tax-deferred until withdrawing with the traditional. And with both traditional and Roth IRAs, you can open an account anytime and make annual contributions. You can also talk to the Busey Wealth Management professionals. They'll help determine which IRA is best for your savings strategy. You can get an appointment with the good people at Busey's Wealth Management, Busey Wealth Management, 800-67-BUSEY, or go to Busey location, any Busey location. Call them at 800-67-BUSEY. Again, visit any location. Investment products and services are not FDIC insured. May lose value, no bank guarantee. Busey for over 158 years. Member FDIC. All right, we're going to talk with Visit Indy. That'll be coming up next. ESPN 93.5. Here's Greg Solier at 8:19.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you, Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Hopefully you got a pretty good soaking round or two of showers and thunderstorms. Yesterday, more than an inch noted in a fair amount of Champaign County. Over towards Decatur to Springfield, more than 2 to 2.5 inches there. Flood watches and warnings east and southeast of the Wabash into parts of Indiana and Ohio. And we'll get into some additional showers here for this morning. Showers and thunderstorms scattered this afternoon with a couple of more healthy downpours. Watch for some ponding out there in lowland and low ag areas, along with walkways, driveways, etc. Temperatures around 50 today. Showers and thunder this evening. Again, on the overnight, areas of fall continue on with upper 40s to borrow some patchy fog in the morning. A milder afternoon, up around 60. Get a period or two of showers and thunderstorms both morning, more so for the afternoon. It's a rinse and repeat forecast with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Could be some healthy storms Friday at 74. We'll cool to 65. More rain in the forecast for Saturday. Dry time Sunday and Monday. High temperatures from the lower 60s on Sunday back to the lower 70s next Monday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Crude oil futures moderated and stock futures turned higher after Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the U.S. may offer support for oil trade in the Gulf. The administration is also saying it might escort tankers through the Strait of Hormuz, a major shipping lane. Bessent says the administration's 15% global tariff will likely begin sometime this week, and the tariffs will last for 150 days. There is an encouraging reading on the job market. Job creation by private employers bounced back last month. Payroll processing company ADP says private sector employment increased by 63,000 in February, and pay is up 4.5% for the year. The report's not considered a preview of the monthly employment report, which will be released on Friday. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Coselda. Invested in you.
I'm Dana Perino. This week on Perino on Politics, I'm joined by Managing Director at Beacon Global Strategies and host of the NatSec Matters podcast, Michael Allen. Available now on FoxNewsPodcast.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
I'm Chanley Painter. This week on the Fox True Crime Podcast, we uncover the truth behind the notorious Atlanta Gold Club.
Listen and follow now at FoxTrueCrime.com
or wherever you get your favorite podcast.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Alrighty, visitindy.com. Our friend Claire is on maternity leave. Justice O'Neill, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. Just got done watching some of the NFL Combine. It reminded me so much of me, some of those sprinters, you know. Guy ran the 40. Who's the quarterback from, was it Arkansas? Ran a 4.237.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy.
And there was like a 43-inch like vertical jump from somebody.
Yeah, pretty good athletes. Justice, did you see any of it?
I did, yeah. Incredible stuff out there at Lucas Oil. We're always thrilled to have the Combine in Indy, and, we're excited to keep them there for another couple years.
Unbelievable. I think Luke Altmaier ran a 4.7, which is really fast for a quarterback. He's one of our guys that's been here for 3 years, and I think they're projecting him in the 7th round of the NFL draft now, which is pretty cool. Anyway, Justice,
Could very well happen.
I hope so. What do you got going on right now? You got women's basketball, which will be great.
We do, and we're actually looking ahead to the NCAA Men's Final Four here coming up in April.
Oh my gosh, that is at your place! Wow.
Exactly, yeah. This is the 9th time that the Final Four will take place in Indy, with 166 tournament games having been played across 3 venues.
Wow. All right, so what do you cram in there? How many people can go and say, I went to the game even though I couldn't see it? How many can get in there?
We can fit as many people as you can get into that Indiana Convention Center, so quite a lot. And you can get in on the action if you go to visitindy.com/NCAA Final Four. You can check out all the awesome things we've got going on throughout the Convention Center for the Final Four Fan Fest.
Yeah, you got a lot of activities, don't you?
Absolutely. And the NCAA adds in the kids, too. So the NCAA Men's Final Four Dribble is taking place where kids 18 and younger are going to be dribbling Final Four basketballs through downtown all the way to the Fan Fest.
Oh, that's a cool
idea. Balls that they'll use in the game?
Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. There's even a Final Four tip-off tailgate happening right outside. And then, it's fun for the whole family, and you can get in and get on the action. If you can't make it to the game itself, there's plenty to do.
No, it sounds like everything around is going to be a party.
Well, we're sure hoping for our Illini to be a part of it. Of course, our women are in action at Gainbridge Fieldhouse this afternoon after 5 against Wisconsin. So
I could drive
Illini
over
women.
and get a ticket. There's plenty of seats, right?
You could, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, St. Patrick's Day is coming up too, and we want to make sure that everyone knows about the greening of the canal downtown happening on March 12th. And then throughout the weekend, there's tons of fun stuff to do. The Rathskeller is going to have events all weekend long with dancers and music, but the main event is going to be happening on the Circle, the 44th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade and Tent Party. So you get down on the Circle, hopefully get some green beer, wear your green, and enjoy the St. Patrick's Day festivities.
Nice.
Sounds fun. What's this Trailways launch?
Yeah, so we've launched the Greater Indy Trailways, and, in celebration of that, we're launching the Trail Mixer, which is going to be a region-wide celebration. And it's all culminating around the fact that Central Indiana has 800 miles of connected trailways.
Wow.
And so this April, on the 25th, we are going to launch the Trail Mixer, which will activate all of the trails, pop-up experiences, community celebrations, and just bring together the greater Central Indiana area to celebrate all the trails that we've got.
Nice.
You have your T-shirt, the Indiana Bears T-shirt, which is flooding now, the area. So, got mine.
Yes, I love it. Thank you.
What the heck? What the heck? We don't want to lose the Bears. What are we doing up there, man? No, that's
take 'em.
A lot of buzz there going on. We'll see what happens. All right, Justice, how can people connect with you?
Visitindy.com is the best place to do it.
Hey, appreciate you jumping on. Hope Claire's doing well with her new baby Pat. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Claire's doing well, and baby Pat's happy and healthy.
Awesome. Thanks, Justice. Nice having you on.
Thanks so much.
You bet. Justice O'Neill is his name from visitindy.com. Visitindy.com.
If you want to do some kind of getaway for spring break, you're not going down to a beach somewhere, it's only a couple hours away, visitindy.com with lots of options.
Okay. The Flying Illini played through Indianapolis in the first 2 rounds in 1989. And I was sitting with one of Janet's friends, and we were in, quote, grand prize seats.
Okay.
And I couldn't see the ball go through the hoop.
I see.
It's just a stadium. It's a football stadium.
Way up there.
So, I mean, you really would have, but you're there, right? I mean, it's...
That's right.
But I will not be attending the Fighting Illini if they make the Final Four because I won't. I've got 1,900 cameras and close-ups and and Steve Suderman's 98-inch TV kind of a thought, that kind of thing. So your coverage is just unbelievable on the TV these days. So
Lucas Oil Stadium opened in 2008, capacity 70,000.
Yeah, a lot of people for a little bitty basketball court way down there, but more people want to get in. It's a lot of money.
Right.
I tell you though, there is an experience. Illinois has done a really, really good job, I think, shaping the experience of actually going.
Right.
It's the Michigan game. It's just something going on every time out, and it's fast. Particularly the first part of the game where it was, in doubt who was going to win. It was electric in there. It's just one of those incredibly loud venues. You couldn't talk to your neighbor. It was really, really hard to communicate with anybody around you. But it was. We have a good environment in there, and it's a lot of fun. Fighting Illini wrapped up their season last night at home. Anyway, hopefully we have 11 more games. Is the hope 9, 10, 11?
Is that right?
Well,
That
you've
many
got
for March Madness?
3 in the big and 6 more. So I guess at this point it'd be 9.
Okay.
Nope, 10. You got to play at Maryland. So there are 10 more games, 11 before yesterday. That's what Ben Hummerkow said. We have 11 more, hopefully. And that would mean all the way to the final game. And then if you get there, you might as well win it. I mean, hey, if we play, I know everybody has to play wonderfully. The question is going to be, can we shoot the ball well enough 6 games in a row? And generally speaking, you're going to have to probably get some easier shots mixed in. And I think that's the uncomfortable nature. Some of us feel, gosh, 35 is a lot of threes. And if you're not making them, we get a lot of rebounds. So we kind of cancel out the 28% nights when we get 14 offensive rebounds like we did last night. That's huge. So if that ball doesn't go in, Brad said we got to be great at rebounding, and we are one of the better ones. But, hey, it's tournament time. It's March Madness. It's the theme, which I've already got ready. Da-na-na-na-da. All that. So fun.
Yes.
And it's the best sporting event of the year in America, I think.
Awesome.
Because it lasts 3 weeks.
Absolutely.
It's so fun. All right, we'll be back. We got the news coming up next. Whole another half hour. I want you to hear from Andrei Stojakovic, who had a wonderful game last night. So we like talking to Gale Frericks Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, the 2 businesses you guys run. So talk to me about Gale Frericks Trucking. Why do your drivers like driving for you?
I think because we care about them getting home and having a home life, as well as making money, and that they're allowed to be safe.
How about Dedicated Diesel? Who should know about that?
Oh, anybody with a truck or trailer that they work with. We're open now for federal inspections. We can do those. Dedicated Diesel, I've got a couple of great new guys in there. And Melissa's helping on the front end. And I just couldn't be happier with the way things have progressed and the improvements that we've made.
Well, thank you for putting trucks out there that are safe, and you have drivers that are trained up and experienced.
And keeping the rigs up when it comes to those safety stickers with that safety lane service.
Yeah, every month we have a list of annual inspections that Donna puts out to the guys at Dedicated Diesel, and they have to get those inspections done.
That's Dedicated Diesel and Gale Frericks Trucking with Tim Onstadt. Good work.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Operation Epic Fury, Day 5 update.
Iranian leaders looking up and seeing only U.S. and Israeli air power every minute of every day until we decide it's over.
Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says Iran's Air Force is no more. Their Navy is sunk, but now Hezbollah reported helping Iran with missile strikes, and Iran struck a NATO member for the first time, Turkey.
Turkey's Ministry of Defense says that an Iranian ballistic missile was launched toward their country, and it was shot down by NATO air defense systems.
Fox Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. Thousands of Americans trying to get home from Gulf states with flights canceled. The Texas Democrat primary, Jasmine Crockett, conceded to moderate James Tallarico, who will face either GOP Senator John Cornyn or Attorney General Ken Paxton in a May runoff. America's listening to Fox News.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign County Crime Stoppers looking for tips from the public that can help Muhammad police solve a break-in and burglary attempt a month ago. It happened at the McDonald's on South Purnell Drive. Employees arrived at the restaurant to begin business for the day and discovered the restaurant was broken into. Illinois Liquor Control Commission suspending liquor license for Joe's Brewery in Campus Town. It follows a compliance action issue Monday. Suspension stems from violations identified during a recent enforcement review. The bar must halt alcohol sales until the commission completes its follow-up process. See You at Home's new facility on Mattis is finally done, and over the weekend, the organization invited people inside to get a first look. See You at Home will be using the space to help unhoused people get on their feet. After a year of planning and construction, more than a dozen people will soon call the building home. It'll house 16 men, 10 women. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you, Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. Hopefully, you got a pretty good soaking round or two of showers and thunderstorms. Yesterday, more than an inch noted in a fair amount of Champaign County. Over towards Decatur to Springfield, more than 2 to 2.5 inches there. Flood watches and warnings east and southeast of the Wabash into parts of Indiana and Ohio. And we'll get into some additional showers here for this morning. Showers and thunderstorms scattered this afternoon with a couple of more healthy downpours. Watch for some ponding out there in lowland and low ag areas, along with walkways, driveways, etc. Temperatures around 50 today. Showers and thunder this evening. Again on the overnight. Areas of fog continue on with upper 40s to borrow some patchy fog in the morning. A milder afternoon up around 60. Get a period or two of showers and thunderstorms both morning, more so for the afternoon. It's a rinse and repeat forecast with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Could be some healthy storms Friday at 74. We'll cool to 65. More rain in the forecast for Saturday. Dry time Sunday and Monday. High temperatures from the lower 60s on Sunday. Back to the lower 70s next Monday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Yeah, better temperatures, moisture for a very dry land is what we got. And so that's good news, but it's definitely wet. So we got that going on. All right, 8:34. So what is the size of Iran? He's thinking, okay, we're making all these bomb runs. We've hit 1,250 targets as of yesterday, so much more after that. So how big is Iran? Anybody know?
Is it kind of
take
like the Midwest, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri?
How many states would it take to fill the box to fill Iran?
Maybe 4 Midwestern states.
So you're saying Illinois, Indiana. How about Texas?
Texas is the size of Iran?
Texas and Montana and California and West Virginia and one more.
Okay.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Flying across Texas will take a minute.
Right.
So it's pretty big landmass. Actually, if you look at Alaska, which is ginormous, that's Iran.
I see.
Alaska. Go look at Alaska on a map. You say, man, Alaska looks like it's about a third of the U.S.
Okay.
So when you're saying all these runs and you got, why can't we? This is big. It's a large place. So imagine, you could lasso, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Iowa, I don't know, Ohio. That's a pretty big area. You don't just fly that in 10 minutes now. Even if we're going 1,500 miles an hour or 2,000 miles an hour. But it's a pretty big land mass, pretty large as it goes. I mean, Russia's got all the land, and then China's pretty good size.
Yeah.
America is dwarfed by Asia. If you look at all of Asia, man, it's a big continent.
It says 17th largest country globally.
Yeah,
Iran.
Pretty big size. So, logistically, it's that. And then we've pretty much decimated. They still have drones and stuff, but we're looking for all those. We've taken out their navy. So, Straits of Hormuz is still open.
Okay.
I mean, they lost their ships.
It's just slow.
Yeah, and they can also mine it. In other words, your ship might get blown up. I don't know if they've done that. That's pretty awful.
Right.
Put mines in there? What's that going to do to the environment if you love a tanker?
But that was a factor for us to button up things with Venezuela, so we'd have some oil options globally, and then the choice to go ahead and move forward with this Iranian conflict.
Yeah, we want this to work out. I can't even imagine the furthest left person probably hates America so much and hates Donald Trump so much. Maybe they don't care, but we ought to all care that we stay as safe as possible as we dismantle a horrible regime that has killed hundreds of thousands of people over 47 years. And not to mention the American soldier, I don't know, 1,000 more? I don't know. How many people lost legs because of the IUDs in Afghanistan and Iraq and all these places that were funded by Iran?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, Steve Witkoff, who's one of the top negotiators Donald Trump has out there, along with Jared Kushner and, of course, Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State, he said they went into the most recent meeting. And Iran just pretty much stated, we're going to enrich. We're just going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
He says, aren't we talking about
right.
this? They just said it's not only are they not even lying now, they're just telling us we're going to do it. So there. And so the thought was, well, we're going to have to go through this, and our kids and grandkids and their just on and on and on until somebody can say enough. And Israel was ready, and I think they were they were briefing us, and then if we allow that to happen, they're going to hit our bases, and our people were totally in peril. And so we decided, I'm not going to let this happen before we do something first. Otherwise, won't people question, you knew, why didn't you do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So it's definitely not easy, for sure. But we've got some pretty good intelligence, and I think I've been pretty impressed with the Israeli military. I think they're outstanding because they've had to be. They're trying to survive here after the president of Iran said they don't need to exist anymore. So they're going, well, what does that mean? Does that mean you really want to kill us all? What the heck? Okay. Brad Underwood came to the press room last night, and he was pleased overall.
We usually don't, but us coaches like to think we have some answers, and we usually don't. But the carryover from practice to game was very, very evident with Andrei Stojakovic and our team. 2 really good days of practice, but Dre was dominant in practice. So I know he's back finally healthy. Our defense the first half was really, really good. I thought we did a nice job in our gaps. I thought we did a nice job of helping each other. I thought we did a nice job of communicating. You know, that's a well-coached basketball team, 3 McDonald's All-Americans on it, and a team I know they're fighting and playing without their point guard. But I thought our little things, our contest rate, our mentality of protecting the paint was as good as it's been in some times.
It was just a good win, one we really, really needed. I was a little taken back by the 19.5-point spread because, you know, they'd won 3 of their last 5. They beat Wisconsin. Remember Wisconsin?
Yes, I do.
Oregon beat Wisconsin. You're going, how could that happen?
Right.
Andrei Stojakovic.
When a player, looking back at that game, obviously you question a lot of things, and I think
Michigan.
to stick with coach's plan that he had for me was the most important thing. I think the practices that I had carried over to the game, like you said, the defense, the rebounding on both sides, just to trust the process. I mean, there's going to be highs and lows, and I think obviously I was frustrated with the game against Michigan. I also felt like I wasn't myself. So I think the mindset that I had going into this game and moving forward, it was just a carryover from the days of preparation we had.
We need you, Andre. We really, really need you. And so stay healthy. Play at Maryland Sunday. Stay healthy. Get that win. And just now we're into tournament mode where you lose, you're done. So the Big Ten tournament's first. And it looks like we're headed straight toward a Friday game with somebody. And then make the semifinals on Saturday. I think if you get to Saturday, I think you're probably still going to be a 2 because of our resume, our Ken Palm, our overall power ranking. I think we're still number 5 in the country. And the ESPN.com yesterday had Illinois as one of 8 teams that could win it all. 8.
Okay.
They did say we were the 8th in there.
Right.
But the normal suspects were all listed, the Duke, Michigan, UConn, Florida.
I'm just thinking of everybody's reaction after that Michigan game and how we were doomed.
If you told me Andrei Stojakovic essentially wouldn't play, I'd say we have no chance.
Okay.
We have to have 8 of our guys, And to win a game against Michigan, which we might get in a week, you're going to have to make your threes at about a 40+%, maybe 45% clip. You got to make shots, which is no mystery in basketball. Generally, you do that. I watched UCLA Nebraska last night. Saw UCLA miss 1 million shots. They made them all against us.
Right.
18 out of 20? What?
Well, they made enough to beat number 9 Nebraska by 20.
Yeah, it's just frustrating when you see teams play the best game of their life and then they play a normal game and miss shots.
That's right.
Well, you didn't do that against me.
Arizona State beat number 14 Kansas yesterday,
Yeah.
70-60. Another upset.
Bill Self did not see the second half, so.
He got ejected?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They got a dynamic. This kid Peterson, he's just an enigma. He's got NBA talent. He'll be a top 5 pick easy. He's got that kind of talent.
Okay.
But sometimes his back hurts. It's one of those where you're not sure what's going on because sometimes he's not available. He was 3 out of 18 last night. But he's smooth, he's skilled, he's really good, but I think it's messing the chemistry up with Kansas.
I see.
Sometimes you get a star and you're pretty fired up, and sometimes he doesn't get the ball enough. I mean, that kind of, you think, oh, that can't happen at this. Yeah, it can. It's hard. The NIL has been the great equalizer. Notice how many new teams are kind of in the forefront of conversation. Your Houstons, Iowa State, Illinois. I mean, normally it's UConn and Kansas and Duke and North Carolina. They're still paying the money. You know somebody, who said this? Somebody inside Illinois, I can't remember. There's going to be a $40 million college football team out there next year.
Really?
$40 million.
Wow.
$40 million. So if you're trying to get Ray, who's really a good edge rusher, and they're often 1.25 for an edge rusher, and you got $350,000, where's he going? There's just no doubt. You can buy yourself a heck of a football team for $40 million. What's Illinois going to spend? 15, 20? That's a lot.
Yes, it is.
We got to lean on the family thing, man.
Well, speaking of family, Bobby Hawk was announced as a coach on February 12th. Now, Robbie Hawk has been announced as the Illinois assistant defensive back coach yesterday, and Mike Linehan is the defensive ends coach.
Well, we got a new defensive coordinator, so all these guys are coming. They're his guys, right? Yeah. And I like it's attack. So
that's right.
I like what we've got in the plans in the works here. But you're still going to need money. You're still going to need a lot of money. Is Larry Geese available? Is anybody going to call him, see what he's got going on?
He might be in the conversations on some of this.
How much can a guy give?
I mean,
he's already sitting. He's already at the practice.
Geese Memorial
He's already
Stadium.
inside every program.
And we've got a jumbotron coming our way.
That will be
open up the season
fun to see.
September 5th.
Yeah, I think they probably ought to redo a little of these stands. And I thought we were going to build up the south stands too.
Well,
make that higher.
Okay.
But if with this new clock or new scoreboard,
jumbotron.
Yeah, but if you're going to build that up, isn't that a hassle? Why don't you just make it really high? Maybe they did in case we want to build under it, as opposed to being lower, and then you got to move the scoreboard, the jumbotron. You know what? I'm kind of glad I'm not involved in those meetings. I've never been asked. 846.
Urbana Park District is hiring. Are you looking for a summer gig or a side hustle? With great jobs as a lifeguard, camp counselor, grounds crew, customer service representative, and other opportunities. Young adults getting a first job to boost their resume. Line up a new gig that's convenient right along the MTD bus line. Learn more about the job openings online at urbanaparks.org. Make some money, serve the community, make connections this summer with the Urbana Park District.
Illini fans know when you want the best, you get Jets. Order a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza for just $16.99 when you use promo code LJETS. Or up your game with a large combo for the whole family. Get a large one-topping Detroit-style pizza, your choice of bread and dipping sauce, and a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $26.49. Use promo code COMBO and follow Jets Pizza Champagne on Facebook and Instagram. It's not pizza, it's Jets.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group.
If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Okay, we're going to have a Stever in the month of March with Clean Right.
Yes.
And it's
if you're getting a lot of water right now, or that sump pump failed you last night, boy, those storms were pretty strong. You might want to think of Clean Right.
Yeah, they can come like it, you have flooding, they've cleaned all that.
That's right.
And make sure you're not mold and nothing like that. Anyway, they do that, but what we're going to offer is a chance to do something maybe you've never thought of but would think it's gross. How are your vents?
Right.
Do you want to crawl in there and see how we look?
The duct cleaning.
Yeah, if you've had pets and cats and things, dogs and...
Lots of dander in the air that you don't realize.
Probably be really bad if you have normal allergies. Maybe you wouldn't if you'd clean it once in your life because we don't clean it.
Or if you live in an older home like I do.
So we're going to have an offer with Clean Right here in the month of March that Stevie J will pony up.
Yes.
And I'll probably pay, if you have a 2,000 square foot home or less, I'll probably cover the whole darn thing.
Uh-huh.
So keep that in mind, my friends.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. When disaster strikes your home or business, you have choices for emergency restoration services in Champaign County, and we're honored every time you choose us. At Clean Right, you're not calling a big national chain, you're calling a family-owned and operated company with deep roots right here in the community. We treat every customer like a neighbor, because chances are you are. Whether it's water damage, fire, storms, or unexpected emergencies, our certified and experienced technicians are ready with a 24/7 rapid response. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: to return your home or business to safe, clean, like-new condition as quickly and painlessly as possible. Learn more or request services anytime at cleanright.net. Clean Right, restoring properties and peace of mind across Champaign County.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. Okay, meteorologist Greg Solier kind of looking outside. It's kind of what we expected. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for you, Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Hopefully, you got a pretty good soaking round or two of showers and thunderstorms. Yesterday, more than an inch noted in a fair amount of Champaign County. Over towards Decatur to Springfield, more than 2 to 2.5 inches there. Flood watches and warnings east and southeast of the Wabash into parts of Indiana and Ohio. And we'll get into some additional showers here for this morning. Showers and thunderstorms scattered this afternoon with a couple of more healthy downpours. Watch for some ponding out there in lowland and low ag areas, along with walkways, driveways, etc. Temperatures around 50 today. Showers and thunder this evening. Again, on the overnight, areas of fall continue on with upper 40s to borrow some patchy fog in the morning. A milder afternoon, up around 60. Get a period or two of showers and thunderstorms both morning, more so for the afternoon. It's a rinse and repeat forecast with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Could be some healthy storms Friday at 74. We'll cool to 65. More rain in the forecast for Saturday. Dry time Sunday and Monday. High temperatures from the lower 60s on Sunday back to the lower 70s next Monday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Football season is over, but there's still plenty to bet at Circus Sports. From pro to college basketball, hockey, and everything in between, Circus Sports has it all. Circus Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, tight money line splits, and best of all, no bet fees. Whether you're looking for futures on March hoops, props on your favorite players, and more, Circus Sports has you covered. Download the Circus Sports app or visit circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
All right, 8:52. We talked a lot about Iran, the situation. That's just a hour-by-hour news story. Overnight, the news was Israel got hit double barrel from Lebanon with Hezbollah, which is a proxy for Iran. They pay for it. And then Iran, they timed it to where they could maybe circumvent the Iron Dome, the protective. And they stop a lot of missiles. They've just had to learn how to do that over the years because they kept lobbing missiles, Iran and Hamas and Houthis and Hezbollah, who they finance. So Johnny had mentioned earlier this morning, Brother Johnny, about if the money dries up, then what? Well, maybe it does settle. But as far as stopping the really unhappy person, what you did with more suicide bombing, we don't know. So we will pray for getting this done and hopefully eradicating the far, far, far radical regime that's been there 47 years, essentially terrorizing the world.
Definitely prayers for peace.
Yep. And just trying to conclude, but get rid of evil too, because that's just when your whole goal is to kill, that's evil. So we have a lot of people that are on the other side that no matter what are not hoping for success because they have midterms coming up, and that would look really bad if the USA were successful with Israel on this. No, it's about keeping people safe, trying to stop the threats that threaten us, imminent threats that are possible, particularly those serving over there in the different air bases around the Middle East. Iran can clearly hit them. So we got to continue until they are laying down their arms, which I doubt happens. It probably won't happen, but we don't have any idea who's in charge, who's calling the shots right now, because if I were them, I'd keep it pretty secret because we can target wherever the new guy is, and I think that's going to happen. So we continue to pray and move forward with the news of the day and the world is this: Israel and USA ending the regime of the Ayatollah. 47 years we've been struggling with this, losing lives, maiming people, horrible stuff. All right, we'll, God willing, tomorrow, John Decker on Thursday, our great television White House correspondent.
That's right.
It'll be fun, and we will talk then, Diane.
Sounds good. Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening, and if you want to go somewhere like, say, Mesa, Arizona, you got that going on. Have a great Wednesday.
It's time to think about spring break. Fly Sierra in Bloomington where you park for free and enjoy shorter lines as you begin your spring break adventure. Whether it's a Florida beach destination or a connection from Chicago or Dallas to somewhere exotic across the globe, Sierra can get you there. And when you return, you are home and settled in record time after touching down. Go to Sierra.com/airlines to book today.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Flooring Surfaces in Champaign isn't just a carpet store. It's your destination for the latest innovations in flooring. You'll find a curated collection of the best porcelain tiles, fine wool and pattern carpets, beautifully crafted hardwoods, and performance floors made to withstand life's messes. All in a renovated showroom designed to inspire your creativity. Your next floor can be truly stunning. Let Flooring Surfaces show you how at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
So we like talking to Gale Frericks Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, the two businesses you guys run. So talk to me about Gale Frericks Trucking. Why do your drivers like driving for you?
I think because we care about them getting home and having a home life as well as making money, and that they're allowed to be safe.
How about Dedicated Diesel? Who should know about that?
Oh, anybody with a truck or trailer that they work with. We're open now for federal inspections. We can do those. Dedicated Diesel, I've got a couple of great new guys in there, and Melissa's helping on the front end, and I just couldn't be happier with the way things have progressed and the improvements that we've made.
Well, thank you for putting trucks out there that are safe, and you have drivers that are trained up and experienced.
And keeping the rigs up when it comes to those safety stickers with that safety lane service.
Yeah, every month we have a list of annual inspections that Donna puts out to the guys at Dedicated Diesel, and they have to get those inspections done.
That's Dedicated Diesel and Gale Frericks Trucking with Tim Onstott. Good work.
Jay Lehman here, former U of I All-American linebacker. Do you like steak? Do you like red meat? Well, if you do, you got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. They had phenomenal steaks, sides, salads. I love the onion rings and the fried mushrooms as well as the fried pickles. You've got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. That's right, make the trip to Gifford for some of the best steaks you'll have. Kids love it too. I brought my whole family. I'll see you at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.